Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach, coming here into the confidence zone to speak with you about your mental health. How is it? It is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. And I have been coming live every day this week to speak with you directly in real time about your own awareness of your mental health and the mental health of the people around you, the people you love, your family members and friends. If you're a teacher, you may have students who are exhibiting concerning mental health characteristics. If you're a healthcare worker, surely you're dealing with this all the time in your jobs. So I want to ask you a question. Does it feel to you sometimes like it's hard to come up for air? Like in the morning, it's hard for you to get out of bed. It's like, you're in shallow breathing, you're gasping sometimes, or even if it's not that extreme or severe, just this idea in your head that sometimes it's just hard to come up for air. This might be an indicator that you have symptoms of anxiety. If that type of feeling continues for more than a couple of weeks, then you definitely want to have some conversation with a mental health professional and or your medical professional. Medication does exist and it is very effective, and so many people are on it. But medication was never really designed to be used in isolation. Medication was designed to be used in conjunction with talk therapy. Now, talk therapy can, of course, happen with your therapist, a psychologist, a social worker. But also today we have coaches who are able to listen deeply. They are trauma informed, like myself, and they're able to feedback what they're hearing. In fact, sometimes my clients say to me, wow, like that's what I'm telling you. That's what you're hearing from me. And I say, yeah, all I'm doing is sitting here and listen. And they're actually surprised by what it is that I share back that I'm hearing. So there may be a coach, someone who are specialists who might be able to support you as well. There's so many tools that you can use if you don't feel like you're in this extreme mental health disruption. On the way, the tools of mindfulness and spirituality can support you. And I want to ask you, what are you doing now to support your mental health? I feel that part of creating awareness about mental health is bringing this to your attention. So if you're panicking, if you have a panic attacks, if you're feeling like you can't even get out of bed, if you're feeling like you have shortness of breath, like you can't even breathe, you can't even come up for air, then you may be in a more acute phase. And I want to encourage you to speak to your medical provider, find some mental health support, and also do your own inner work. But I'm hoping that by you're watching me and listening to me this week, you might be in a phase of just being like, what's she talking about? Or, well, that happens to me sometimes, but not all the time. Or, mark my words, heed what I'm about to say. What are the things that I can do to keep me in a healthier, more well frame of mind? And so being out in nature is one of these things. You may not like to be outside, you may not like bugs, etc. If you're so adverse to it, then it will not serve you. But if you know, even as I say this, that you say to yourself, oh, I love to be out in nature, I just don't do it very often, then make it a priority for yourself. Support your own mental health. Make it a priority for yourself to get out and sit in nature. I myself just took 3 dogs out into the forest. I felt badly that I didn't do like 5 miles of walks with them. But you know what? I gave myself a break. I had a 5:30 a.m. meeting this morning because I'm on Pacific time and it was an East Coast time meeting. And so I'm feeling a little tired. So instead of doing nothing, I got the dogs in the car. I drove out to the forest and I let them out and I walked a little bit with them and I just allowed myself to be, and they got to smell around and sniff and be out in the woods. And so that was good enough for me today. You don't have to do it all the time, and you don't have to do the most. What I want to encourage you to understand for your own mental health awareness is that there are things that you can do. Journaling is another one of these things. It's so important and helpful to be able to have a safe space to say whatever you want to say, your own truth. Journaling can completely support your mental health. Music is another window to the soul. Creativity, do anything, play, do anything creative. These are strategies that I want to share with you this week so that you can figure out how to incorporate them into your life before you're in an acute mental health experience. If you're in a situation where you can't get out of bed, you're in full-on depression, you have thoughts of self-harm or whatever, you do need to call your medical professional or your mental health professional. Medication can support you, therapy can support you. I can't. That's not my area. I'm not a therapist. And so I'm just coming here with a platform to encourage you to come to greater awareness of your own mental health and the mental health of those around you. So thank you for joining me today. I would love to have you share this video with anyone whom you think might be in a situation where they could benefit from focusing on their mental health. I know that it's sometimes hard to talk to people about these things. You don't want to nag. You don't want to be like, hey, I think you're in depression. I understand. So you can share this video and say, hey, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and this person is talking about some things that we all should be aware of. Okay? All right, friends. Thank you for listening. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.